Hi, my name is Chad Martins, and today I'm reviewing YouTube as a recent innovation that can be used to enhance student engagement in an e-learning environment. If you're at an age where you can't remember life without access to streaming video, then this may seem not very innovative to you. But in my context, it played a significant role in how I managed my classes and now to communicate with both students and parents. I'm a PAA teacher, specifically in the automotive mechanical repair area. I have a shop that is quite large and well equipped, and early on in my career, I found I was repeating myself over and over, demonstrating the same skills to different students at different times in the semester. Now, that's not a problem, except it took me away from other important responsibilities that I had throughout the shop area. I could have students changing a tire over here, removing a crankshaft over there, and lifting a vehicle on a hoist over in that corner. And it was just me and 20 other students. So in order to make better use of my time, I decided to create videos to essentially create more of me and take the pressure off of trying to be everywhere and everything at once. That was about 10 years ago. The challenges were twofold. Number one, the process of recording and editing a video was a challenge with the technology at that time. I created a basic 2.5-minute tire change video that took me about 10 hours to produce. That's a long time. The second one is, in order to make the most effective use of the video, the students would need to have access to a computer with a DVD player, and it would need to be in close proximity to the activity that they were doing. Over the last decade, several technologies have come together to allow me to implement my vision for the blended classroom that I'm currently running. One of those technologies is streaming video, and YouTube is by far the most used video streaming service in the world. So let's look at their site, and I'll do a quick review of what it can potentially do for you in your classes. All right, first let me tell you about YouTube, and then I'll show you how it fits into my class and maybe how it can fit into yours. YouTube is a video hosting site. A video hosting site is where you can post videos or you can view videos that other people have posted online so that students, you, me, anybody in the world who can get the internet and YouTube can go in here and watch those videos. One of the other things that's great about YouTube, it's really easy to use. I could go onto my internet browser and use it, or I could go and download an app that YouTube has made so that I could just go right into YouTube, it opens it in the app, and then we're good to go. A benefit for me as a teacher is that I can go in and I can look at my channel. So this is my channel right here. I've got a bunch of videos. I could make some playlists. I've got general videos. I've got Mechanics 9, Mechanics 10, Mechanics 20 and 30, so you can go in there. I'm just going to select Mechanics 10 right now. This is my valve timing video. This describes to the students how exactly they can line up the timing on their small engine, on their 5 horsepower small engine.
And as we turn the crankshaft, what you'll see is the crankshaft gear, smaller gear comes around and there's no dot.
So I actually don't have to show them how to do it. I just need to stop them when they're done that and say, hey, can I check that? Make sure it's good. And so that takes the responsibility away from me of showing them how to do it and just making sure their work is done right on the way back together. So that's very helpful for me inside of my class, definitely. Another great thing is that I have the ability to embed them into a website or into a PowerPoint or into some kind of presentation. So what I have here, I'll just go to one of my presentations made on Genially. I have a fuel system presentation, and if I go through it, you will see that there's a video pops up. So I've got a little demonstration video of some old guy whose lawnmower doesn't work. And you can see I can just click on it. I don't have to go out of anywhere. I just have to be inside this website, and I can go through the process of showing them how a fuel system works. It's very, very handy. I embed it right in there. They're not jumping all over the place, because as soon as you got to jump somewhere else, they get distracted. They might not see anything that they're supposed to see, and all of a sudden where you are, half an hour goes by and they haven't done anything. In this case, they can watch the video. They're not distracted by all of these other wonderful things that you're going to see when you get to the video. All of the recommended stuff, all of that stuff, it's not there anymore. So you don't need to worry about it. So how do I use it in my area? Well, I don't usually point them into the playlist or into one of these video sites. What I end up doing is, in the past, what I've done, so I go to my Google Classroom, and our school division is fairly well invested into Google. And so I'm going to click my Spring Mechanics 10 Spring 2022 Google Classroom. I'm going to open it up and put it on classwork. I've got some different topics here. Let's just look at this one right here, bolt torque. I go into my bolt torque section here. And I just have a link that's sitting right in the middle of here. I click on bolt torque. It pops up the video. And now they're going to watch the 5-minute video on bolt torque. Another benefit of using YouTube is if you want students to go in and create videos, there's a video editor right on YouTube. So what they would do is go in and they would upload a video, and that video would line up with something like they have here. It wouldn't look like a finished video like I have here, but it would be their raw footage. And they would click on that footage, and then they've got a little icon here that says editor over on the left-hand side. That opens it up. You can see their video is spread all the way out here, and the audio is there too. You can select certain things and go to different positions. You can trim things. It's very basic, but it may be all that the kids need. So that's a very handy thing. You can play with the audio a little bit. You can have an end screen. You can do info cards. There's different options that you can have there with the video editor. So that's another very helpful thing if you want to get the kids to create videos. One of the things that I might do in my class is if they need to do something that I call an operational description. In other words, they're describing the operation of a certain type part on the vehicle. They might say to their partner, hey, can you record me and I will describe how this works, and we'll just post it and show it to Mr. Martins, and he can give us some feedback on what we need to do better or if it's good enough for us to move on to the next step. Today in my classes, you will see and hear the difference that online streaming makes. I could look over and see 2 students at the whiteboard, making a copy of the chart that they're witnessing on a video in the Chromebook in front of them. I'll hear my own voice as I explain how an ignition system works to create spark at the correct time in a modern vehicle. At the same time, I could look over at the 4-post hoist and see someone lifting a vehicle up in the air in a step-by-step fashion while they follow the lifting instructions found on the video streamed on their smartphone or on their Chromebook. Are there some drawbacks? Oh, absolutely. To some extent, I've lost the connection that I get with the individual students when they don't actually need the real me to accomplish their goals. They seem to connect with me because I'm on the screen, but I'm not there physically. I have to seek out many ways to engage them so that they feel a part of the community. To make some space and time for connection, I'll occasionally leave out some information so that students will come to me for more guidance when they can't quite complete the task because I haven't quite given them all the information. Another issue has to do with students who don't work well autonomously. They struggle without that connection with the teacher. They want me all the time. What can I do next? What can I do next? What can I do next? And in many sense, I'm training them in Mechanics 10 so that they can be more independent in 20 and the further grades. Well, that's my review of YouTube and streaming video and the benefits that it can have for you and that it has had for me. I hope it helps you in the things that you do and maybe you'll learn something new. I'm looking forward to your videos and what I can learn from them.